So guys, we had the Aquafina tax today, and you all know how Aquafina tax is. We get to face our emotions. Tears start flying up and down. But the good thing about the Aquafina tax is that no housemate left the arena without getting either a bracelet or a necklace. Yes, guys. However, the numbers differ. Why some got one, some got three. Yes. But we're going to get to all of that. Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. Pardon my voice. As you all know, I am strong. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gozi and this is Chat with Gozi. Please if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. So Aquafina, through Big Brother, had told the housemates to write to their party of life as usual. However, they needed to write to two housemates, one being a housemate that is currently in the house and the second is a housemate who is out of the house. Yes. And housemates had time to write their speeches, and it was a beautiful thing to behold. They had given them bracelets and bangles, yes, and they had told them that, you know what, for the necklace and bracelets. Now for the necklace, you give it to that person you wrote about in the house, whereas for the bracelet, you give it to someone that you want to continue friendship with outside the house. Like you want your friendship to be continued. That was how the first person to go was Culture. Culture's speech was amazing. He wrote to Jasonjae and Tracy. So, as to my explanation, he gave the necklace to Jasonjae, being that he wrote about him, and the bracelets to Rooboy. The second to go was Sultana. She had written to Gigi, Jasmine, and Jasonjae. See that Jason is on fire. She gave a necklace to Jasonjae and the bracelets to Isabella. She wanted to cry. That's Isabella wanted to cry and all that. Next to go was Kaybobo. Kaybobo gave his own speech to Ivata and then Imisi. He gave the necklace to Imisi and then bracelets to Kola. Yes, and they hugged. Then the next to go was Isabella. She had written to Ivata. She cried while delivering her speech and she wrote to Sultana. Yes, and in her speech to Sultana, she stated that she did not care about whatever Sultana had said. Yes, and stated that they are friends and Sultana is going to make up for all the things said through a trip. Yes, guys. And she gave her necklace to Sultana and the bracelet to Imisi. The fifth person was Jasonjae, who had written to Joanna, or will I say that in his him writing? Or shout out to Joanna, Rooboy, Faith, Culture, and Dede. Now, when he had mentioned Dede, Dede was frowning her face. He was giving, I'm disgusted by this. Why are you calling my name? Yes. And then he has spoken about his main party, people he really wrote about, Doris and Sultana. He gave the necklace to Sultana and then the bracelet he gave to Culture. Now, Mide went next and Mide wrote to Doris and Brightmorgan. Yeah, she also gave a shout out to Dede, Kola, Thelma, and Joanna. And she gave her bracelets to Brightmorgan and her bracelets to Dede. Then we had Koyin. Koyin wrote to Big Soso and Dede. Yes. And when he had written to Dede, look at her reaction as compared to the former one that she gave to Jason. Now she was excited. She was like, yes, she was feeling herself basically. And she collected the necklace and he gave the bracelets to Mensan. Now the eighth person to go was Thelma, who had written to Sabrina and Joanna. She gave a necklace to Joanna and the bracelet to Kaybobo, saying that she had offended him during last week's tax and she had apologized to him. The next person to go was Brightmorgan. He had written to Gigi, Jasmine, and Mide. In fact, the things he was saying, how he has butterfly in his stomach, how anytime he sees her and look into her eyes, he sees his mother in Mide's eyes. I say, wahala. Well, Mide got the necklace and then the bracelet he had given to Kola. The 10th person to go was Imisi. Imisi wrote to Big Soso and to Kola. And she had given the bracelets to Kaybobo and the necklace to Kola. Yes, guys. And it was how everything had gone. Imisi did not finish what she wrote. At a point, she was like, blah, blah, blah. You understand? This guy, the thing long gone. Well, she and Kola hugged, like they hugged for a while. Yes, guys. And then Mensan was next. He had written to Damboskid and Big Soso for the evicted housemate. And then to the housemate on ground, he wrote to Faith. He gave the necklace to Faith and the bangle to Koyin. The 12th housemate was Joanna. Joanna wrote to Victory and Faith. She gave her necklace to Faith and then her bracelets to Thelma Lawson. The 13th person was Rooboy. Rooboy wrote to Denari. However, he gave a shout out to Zita, Culture, Jasonjae, Sultana. Yes. And for me, his speech to Denari was very funny. And talking about how he would give Denari connection. Talking about how Denari goes to his locker to go and put his spray and all. I was like, what kind of speech be this? It was funny, sha. And then he wrote to Zita. Yes, he gave Zita the necklace and then the bracelet he gave to jasonjae. Then the 14th housemate was Dede. Dede wrote to Ibu Fubara and then she also gave a shout out, or not shout out, she wrote to them. For the people in the house, she had 3 paddies, Mide, Joanna, and Koyin. Yes, and she gave her necklace to Koyin. When she was talking about giving her necklace to Koyin, she mistakenly mentioned Kola and said no, that was a mistake. And then she gave the bracelet to Mide. Kola was after her, and Kola gave a shout out to Zita, Brightmorgan, and Mide. Yes, he did not call Didi. This part should be aura for aura. And then he had written about Sabrina and Imisi. Yes, and he even cried while reading out Imisi's own. And he gave Imisi his necklace and the bracelets. He said he could not decide because he wants to give both Kaybobo and Brightmorgan. The 16th housemate was Faith, and I must say, Faith's presentation was amazing. Yes, and he did it without a paper. He did not write jack. When the housemates were writing, dude just seemed to be lost. Apparently, he was coordinating what he wanted to say. Yes. Now, when he had gone on stage, he had given Joanna the necklace, saying that, it is a waste of time to write about Joanna because 4 minutes won't do her justice. I say, wahala. And then he had given the bracelet to Culture, and he had spoke about Culture, talking about how Culture spends the greater part of the morning gathering Aquafina bottles and recycling, talking about how he does that because he did that at a time in his life so he can get 1,500 daily to eat. He spoke about how Culture have lived under the bridge, how he learns from Culture, how though Culture does gra, but then again, Culture is one person that he would want to toast to. So he made a toast to Culture. It was pretty amazing, if you ask me. And he spoke of Ortega, yes, and spoke of how he also learned from Ortega, how before the house for 15 years he has not been involved in an argument, but courtesy of coming to the house, the first 2 weeks he was in an argument and all that, and Ortega called him. The speech, if you ask me, was simply amazing. And then last but not the least, the head of house, who had written to Rooboy and Damboskid, and she had given her necklace to Rooboy and then the bracelet to Dede. Yes. Now, at the end of the day, we saw that Kola, while they left the arena, was talking about how Imisi, because during her speech, during Kola's speech, she spoke about how Imisi is intentional towards him, how the song Imisi sang was a song, like the song that connected them, was a song that got his family through the hardship that his family entered in a certain time like that. He spoke about how Imisi said she wanted to tattoo his name on her body. I'm like, Imisi, from where to where? You want tattoo my name for your body? I don't understand that part. But he spoke about a lot of things. While Tracy was apologizing to Zita, was apologizing to Tracy, saying that her name was written but she did not call it out. Yes, guys, at the end of the day, for this Aquafina tax, we had the following list. People like Culture, Sultana, Mide, Koyin, Joanna, Rooboy, and Faith got like two, be it bracelet or necklace. Yes. As for the people with one, we have the likes of Isabella, we have the likes of Thelma Lawson, Mensan, yes, and Zita. They got 1-1. The people with 1.5 is we will say Kaybobo, and Brightmorgan 1.5, courtesy of Kola, not being able to share. And then we have the Odogus in the building, the people that came out with three. We have Jasonjae, we have Imisi, we have Dede, and Kola. Yes, those were the people that had three bead bracelets and necklaces. Yes. So congratulations to the housemates. And at the end of the day, the winner was announced. Yes, we have Faith and Kola winning. Yes, so congratulations to Faith and Kola as they won the Aquafina Paddy of Life tax. Yes, guys. Now, if you ask me, I did not understand Dede's face to Jasonjae wishing, like, giving her a shout out during his speech. For me, it was not necessary. You and this guy, definitely, he has been saying it that you are one person that puts him down. You are one person that helps him get his track in order. So why are you surprised that your name was mentioned? Even though I know that, your relationship with his has been rough, but then is it just me that feel like Kola would have called Dede's name, but because Dede did not call his name, he also did not call her name. Aura for aura. Well, the ladies, first of all, it was Dede and Joanna. They planned this whole runway walk with casual wear, bikini, and another outfit. However, they were talking about it today, and they decided, after the task, they decided to do it tomorrow. Yes, mide, Dede, and Thelma were talking about it, and they've gone around telling the housemates that it's going to be an X-rated party. Yes, so the guys are to pay with eggs and sardines. They are going to be getting lap dances and all sort of things tomorrow. Let's watch and see. Someone like Rooboy says it will not hold. Since they did not do it today, it will not still hold tomorrow, because tomorrow they will still do a tax. Well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Please like this video, share this video, and comment. And do not forget, guys, that I do CSC jobs. Reach out to me on my IG using Gozi_80. I love you all. Bye, guys.